What's going on, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the absolute craziest stories rocking the wrestling world right now. And trust me, you're not gonna believe some of this stuff. We're talking shocking partnerships, unexpected returns, devastating losses, and celebrations worth remembering. From TNA's surprising predicament to a wrestling legend's emotional family victory, this video has it all. So buckle up because things are about to get wild. Before we jump in, do me a huge favor. Smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss our daily wrestling coverage. And if you're loving the content, drop us a follow on Facebook for exclusive lists and behind-the-scenes stuff you won't find anywhere else. All right, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about one of the wildest returns of the year. Andrade is back in AEW. And if you're scratching your head wondering why he returned to AEW so quickly after WWE released him, well, we've got some fascinating details for you. Andrade showed up on Wednesday's 6th anniversary of Dynamite, aligning himself with the Don Callis family. But according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's way more to this story. When WWE released Andrade, they did something almost unheard of. They didn't enforce the standard 90-day non-compete clause. Why? Because they simply didn't care. And by not enforcing it, they didn't have to pay him for those 90 days either. Now, here's the kicker. WWE typically makes even lower card talent sit out their non-compete periods. So for them to just let Andrade walk freely, that's huge. It speaks volumes about how they viewed his value. As for why AEW brought him back despite his previous run being lackluster, they want another major Hispanic star to help build their presence in Mexico and on Fox Sports Mexico. Andrade is a big name in that country, and AEW is banking on that star power. So what do you think? Will this AEW run be better than his last? Or are we going to see him at the 2027 Royal Rumble? Sound off in the comments. Speaking of AEW, here's a stat that AEW fans probably don't want to hear. WWE's NXT has absolutely destroyed Dynamite in the ratings war. AEW recently celebrated 6 years of Dynamite, but Forbes dropped some brutal numbers. Since NXT moved to the CW network, they've beaten AEW Dynamite in total viewership in 48 out of 52 weeks. That's a full year, folks. Now, to be fair, the two shows rarely go head-to-head in the same time slot anymore, and industry sources estimate that the CW is available in around 121 million homes compared to TNT's 71 million. So yes, NXT has a massive distribution advantage, but still, those numbers are rough for AEW. The Wednesday Night Wars might be over, but NXT is clearly winning the battle for viewers. And while we're on AEW, let's shift gears to something more celebratory. Chris Jericho just celebrated his 35 years in professional wrestling. The Wizard took to social media to reflect on his incredible journey, starting with his very first match on October 2nd, 1990 against Lance Storm in Ponoka, Alberta. He wrestled in front of about 85 people at the Ponoka Moose Hall. The match ended in a 10-minute draw, and he got paid $30, a $20 and a $10 bill. Jericho said he remembers every single detail like it happened yesterday. He thanked fans from around the world for joining him on this one-in-a-million career journey. And then he dropped this line: "The good news is, it ain't over yet." Now, Jericho hasn't appeared on AEW programming since April, and with rumors swirling that his AEW contract is expiring soon, speculation about a WWE return is running rampant. Jericho has said a future WWE return can't be ruled out, but he's also stated he's committed to AEW for now. What for now means, well, that remains to be seen. This story is far from over. Now, let's pivot over to WWE and TNA. Has WWE actually taken over TNA? Here's where things get interesting. NXT and TNA have been locked in this intense kayfabe rivalry lately, with wrestlers from both brands going to war. But here's the catch. Fans online are buzzing with one major complaint. TNA is looking like the little brother in this relationship, like they're playing second fiddle to WWE's developmental brand. TNA president Anthony Corelli jumped on the Battleground podcast to set the record straight. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "We're still TNA. We've always been TNA." He acknowledged the online chatter, the complaints, the frustration, but insisted it's all part of building the storylines and the product. He emphasized that WWE and NXT both respect that TNA is its own entity, just like they respect AAA and other partners. But here's the million-dollar question for you. Do you think WWE is secretly trying to position TNA as the inferior brand? I mean, think about it. Most of the major champions right now are WWE stars. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of TNA confusion, is Joe Hendry still signed with TNA, or is he now an NXT superstar? Because fans are seriously confused right now. At NXT Homecoming, Bobby Roode told Hendry, "Now that you're in NXT, there's another championship I once held that I want you to focus on, the NXT title." Wait, what? TNA president Anthony Corelli immediately jumped in to clarify things on the Battleground podcast. He confirmed Joe Hendry is still a TNA talent. That comment caught me off guard too. He explained that Hendry remains under contract with TNA and will continue working with WWE and NXT as partners do. But let's be real here. It's pretty much a given that when Joe's TNA contract expires, WWE is snatching him up immediately. The interest is there, the talent is undeniable, it's only a matter of time. Mark my words, Joe Hendry will be a full-time WWE superstar sooner than later. Here's another TNA story that has the wrestling world completely baffled. Why did TNA's By Elegance suddenly forfeit her Knockouts championship just weeks after winning it? No explanation, no backstage interview, nothing. She just stepped down. Wrestling legend Tommy Dreamer spoke about this on Busted Open Radio, and he's not convinced it's a work. He said, if it's a work, you don't just hand in your title. Things changed with Ash, and honestly, it sucks. Now compare that to situations like Seth Rollins where people suspected a work. This feels different, more real, more concerning. Until we get a definitive answer, the speculation is going to be wild. What's your theory? Work or shoot? Drop your thoughts below. Now, back to WWE, could Randy Orton be turning heel? And Cody Rhodes might want to be very careful about what he's wishing for here. The current WWE Undisputed Champion recently hyped up his upcoming tag match with Randy Orton on SmackDown against Braun Staker and Bronson Reed. Cody told Pat McAfee that Randy was a mentor to him, someone who helped shape his entire career. But then Cody dropped this line that has everyone talking. He compared their team to the Mega Powers. You know, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Yeah, remember how that ended? The Mega Powers exploded. Savage turned heel and chaos erupted. Cody also reminded everyone that Randy's 18-month injury absence made us all fear he might never come back. There are no guarantees in this business. So maybe, just maybe, Cody should rethink that Mega Powers comparison before history repeats itself. Keep your eyes on this one, folks. Something tells me a betrayal might be brewing. Here's a fun behind-the-scenes story. Bronson Reed recently revealed why Triple H hated his original theme song, Guillotine. During an interview with AFL Today, Reed explained how important entrance music is for setting the tone when a wrestler comes out. He said he misses his old music sometimes, even though WWE has a bigger budget and prefers to produce themes in-house. But here's the best part. Reed once played Guillotine for Triple H on his phone, and the game was not a fan. Reed defended it, saying, if you heard it in the arena with the bass and treble cranked up, you'd understand it works. But Triple H just wasn't feeling it. Entrance themes are crucial to a wrestler's presentation, which is why fans get so frustrated when promoters change existing themes, especially when the replacement is a generic Def Rebel production. No shade to Def Rebel, but okay, maybe a little shade. All right, let's move on to something, well, let's just say questionable. Did controversial wrestler Matt Riddle, currently working for Major League Wrestling, actually attack a TMZ podcaster? Or was this whole thing a work to get attention? A video surfaced showing Riddle apparently losing it on Bronson Cork, one of the hosts of TMZ Sports Inside the Ring. Cork had said he supports Riddle, but doesn't believe the former UFC fighter could knock out Jake Paul. Riddle did not take kindly to those comments and allegedly got physical. But here's the thing. The acting in this video, I've seen better performances in low-budget adult films, if you catch my drift. It's painfully obvious this was staged to generate buzz. And honestly, when you have to resort to these kinds of desperate stunts to get attention, something has gone seriously wrong. Riddle has been a heat magnet for years, constantly talking trash to wrestlers and promotions. But this might be a new low. Then again, mission accomplished. We're talking about it, aren't we? Now, we need to shift to something much more serious. Developing news involving NXT superstar Lexis King, also known as Brian Pillman Jr. He recently revealed on social media that his brother Jesse had passed away. King posted an emotional tribute describing his brother as a badass, highly intelligent, witty, and charismatic person who grew up in the 90s. Jesse loved video games, Warhammer, R.A. Salvatore novels, and all kinds of cool bro stuff, as King put it. They'd been playing StarCraft 2 on Discord together, and Jesse was enrolled in classes at the University of Cincinnati.
Jesse was a military veteran who served in Afghanistan and suffered from trauma after surviving some extremely difficult experiences over there. He loved his country deeply. His last Facebook post was a quote, "Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough." King ended his tribute with these words, "The battle with your demons is now over, brother. Rest in peace, Jesse." Our hearts go out to Lexis King and his entire family during this unimaginably difficult time. Rest in peace, Jesse. But let's pivot from tragedy to triumph. Incredible news from WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret announced on Instagram that his daughter Jade has emerged victorious after battling breast cancer. The Excellence of Execution posted an emotional message saying he's immensely proud and joyful that Jade fought cancer with courage and strength that will always define her. As a cancer survivor himself, Bret expressed overwhelming gratitude that his beautiful daughter won her fight. He said she proved that faith and love can beat anything when your heart is full. Bret shared a video Jade made for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as a reminder that early detection is the best protection. He encouraged everyone to self-examine regularly and schedule their mammograms. This is such an inspiring victory, and we're sending all our love and best wishes to Jade and the entire Hart family. Stories like this remind us what really matters in life. And there you have it, folks, the wildest wrestling stories and rumors you absolutely needed to know. From shocking partnerships and unexpected returns to heartbreaking losses and inspiring victories, this week has had it all. What story surprised you the most? Do you think Randy Orton is turning heel? Will Joe Hendry sign with WWE? And what's your theory on the Ash by Elegance situation? Drop all your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for daily wrestling content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay awesome, wrestling fam!